Thank you very much, Jasmina and Tasmina, and thank you, Mark, also, the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy, the Scotland Forum 2025, for this invitation, but primarily for the excellent, excellent organization, cooperation, and hospitality. Thank you very much. I think everybody agrees with that. Women have played a significant role in promoting sustainable peace, economic development, and social justice, and this is at a global level. Important progress has been achieved. I would mention here, because I have a special connection with the Nordic countries. The Nordic countries, I think they serve as a role model for all of us around the world. But we are not here to celebrate, and I feel very strongly about it. There are significant barriers still that continue to hinder women's participation in decision making. We are rather here to be frank and to be critical, yes, critical about the situation, but also to strategize how to break these existing barriers. I think this should be our purpose. The United Nations and the Secretary General every year on the 8th of March, he estimates that with the current rate of progress, it will take 140 years, my friends, to achieve equal representation of women in leadership roles. And it will take 300 years from now to close all the remaining gaps. Women continue to encounter significant barriers, discrimination, and violence. I will just mention a few shocking, really shocking statistics that illustrate these challenges. Every 2 minutes, a woman dies during pregnancy and childbirth. Every 10 minutes, a woman or girl is murdered. 736 million women, nearly 1 in 3, have been physically and or sexually abused. Of the world's 796 million illiterate people, over 2/3 are women, and 119 million girls around the world do not attend school. Now in Gaza, 660,000 boys and girls, they cannot attend school because 95% of the educational infrastructure has been destroyed. The percentage of women killed in armed conflicts doubled in 2023. Again, in Gaza, women and children comprise 70% of the civilian casualties. In 2023, an estimated 123.2 million people were forcibly displaced, with women and children disproportionately affected. Again, in Gaza, more than 1 million women and girls have been affected and are displaced not one time, but multiple times. Out of the 193 countries around the world, only 27 have women as heads of state or government. And the average percentage of women in national parliaments and women in cabinets is currently 27% and 23%, respectively. Also, studies have shown that peace agreements and women negotiators or signatories are more likely to be implemented. These agreements who have women as negotiators and as signatories are more likely to be implemented, and they last much longer. However, in 2023, only 9.6% of negotiators and 13.9% of mediators and signatories of peace and ceasefire agreements were women. Now, let us look at the reasons why we need women as leaders, and what are the benefits, really, that women bring in leadership. Firstly, women bring unique perspectives and experiences that can enrich policymaking and governance. Women tend to prioritize collaboration, empathy, and community engagement, which are very essential for addressing especially the complex issues we are facing in this critical period today. When women take leadership roles, they inspire future generations of girls to pursue their dreams. This role model effect is very crucial for creating a future where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Women's leadership also lends legitimacy to the governing institutions and also enhances the democratization of governance by promoting more effectively the interests of more than 50% of the population. Having more women participating in politics helps to improve the image of political parties, to change perceptions about politics, and to increase public trust in the political system. Now, let us examine the barriers that hinder women's participation in leadership, but in general, gender equality. The most deeply rooted obstacles are everywhere: the prejudices, the social norms, and the gender stereotypes that persist in the form of perceptions and biases, frequently aligning leadership with traditionally masculine traits. In politics, obstacles range from women's own perceptions about their own abilities to difficulties in reconciling personal and political life, a male-dominated political culture, and, I'm afraid to say, also lack of political will on the part of political leaders. Other significant obstacles, very important, include lack of infrastructure and support systems, persisting difficulties in reconciling personal and professional life, unequal family responsibilities, exclusion from decision-making processes, and more limited possibilities for professional advancement. Now, we stand at a very pivotal moment in world history. The world is grappling with conflicts and with challenges, and the international legal system is indeed collapsing, threatening collective peace and security and prosperity. It is especially at this very critical moment that we should remind ourselves and we should recognize how important and significant are the contributions that women can make to peace negotiations and to conflict resolution. Women, indeed, have played key roles in peace building, yet their contributions have frequently gone unrecognized. This is why we need to break the barriers that have historically limited women's participation in peace negotiations and ensure that their voices are not just heard, but they become an integral part of the future peace agreements. Drawing on my own lifelong commitment to feminism, my academic and my professional experience in the Nordic countries, as well as my extensive involvement in diplomacy, politics, and more recently in the Cyprus peace negotiations, I have concluded that what is really urgent and what is needed urgently are radical changes in perceptions, in policies, and in practices in order to ensure that women are able to assume their rightful roles. There is no doubt that ensuring women's full, meaningful, and effective participation in peace negotiations as part of an inclusive process remains essential for achieving sustainable peace. Merely including women in delegations of leaders or delegations of negotiators is not enough if decision-making roles are not given to them. Women should be afforded both an independent role and an independent voice at the negotiating table in order to ensure that critical gender perspectives are integrated into peace agreements. Let me just mention very few of the significant contributions that women can bring at the negotiating table to peace negotiations and also to peace building. Number one, women can bring diverse perspectives, skills, and experiences that address causes of conflict and contribute to the formation of comprehensive and effective peace agreements. Post-conflict, women participate in efforts towards sustainable solutions for promoting dialogue, reconciliation, and lasting peace. Number two, women help to broaden the agenda of negotiations by addressing gender-specific issues. Number three, women take a collaborative and inclusive approach, working together as women and with other civil society groups, helping to mobilize, to create networks and coalitions and rally towards reaching an agreement. Number four, women participate as intermediaries between opposing parties to facilitate consensus. And through public campaigns, they support dialogue and the reaching of agreements. Now, peace processes are everywhere a reflection of society, of prejudices and gender stereotypes that impede women's participation in decision-making. It is therefore crucial to act. How? By advocating for gender equality, by challenging stereotypes, by working to break the barriers, and by fostering an environment where everyone can thrive and be part of the shaping of the future of their countries that they all deserve. Now, in Cyprus, a strongly pro-solution bicommunal group of women, Greek Cypriot women and Turkish Cypriot women, bringing together a diverse array of expertise, knowledge, and experience with a deep commitment to peace. We have launched the Cyprus Women Bicommunal Coalition in April of 2024, of which I am a founding member. We came to this decision because of our concern over the historical absence of women in a full, equal, and meaningful way participating in the negotiations. We were also guided by UN landmark Security Council Resolution 1325, but primarily, and I wish to thank the former Prime Minister of Ireland, we have been truly inspired by the transformative role of women in the Northern Ireland peace negotiations that led to the Good Friday Agreement. A difficult road lies ahead for us in the coalition, but we are determined to make a meaningful contribution towards the solution of the Cyprus problem, and we will continue for that. Now, dear friends, concluding, as we look at the future, let us agree, but let us all commit also that our shared vision should be a world where women are equally represented in all spheres of life, and where women's leadership is not an exception, but becomes the rule. Mm-hmm. This vision is not just for women, it is a vision for the whole society. A world where every voice matters, and all talents, men's talents, women's talents, boys' talents, girls' talents, contribute to peace, progress, and prosperity. Thank you.
Thank you.